Johnny, thank you for stopping by here at the suite at Hampton Inn in Nashville.
It's my pleasure, buddy.
How did you get started with playing music?
Man, you know, I started at a real early age, Tobias. I was actually 2.5 years old when I got my first guitar. And by 4 years old, I was playing professionally, played my first TV show when I was 7, and then turned around and won the Talent America contest when I was 10. So I've had, and then of course from there we, joined the Down East Country Music Association with my brother and sister. We had a little bluegrass band. And of course then when I hit 12 years old is when I learned about the electric guitar, and the rest is history, my friend.
So you must have had a really good musical upbringing since you could be that good from an early age.
Honestly, Tobias, my dad was a drummer in the 60s, and my grandfather, Grandpa John Hiland, who I was named after, passed away when my dad was 6 months old. So no one, my dad didn't even really know his own father. And my mom played a few chords on the guitar. My grandfather on her side, Grandpa Rideout, he played a few chords, but for the most part, man, it was really a gift from God. I actually played 22 instruments. Wow. And so but I started playing very early on, 2, 3 years old. Yeah. And so I really believe it was a gift from God, man. I believe that He gave me the gift of music because, I was born legally blind. I have an eye disease called nystagmus. And so He gifted me, man, and I'm really blessed by it, man. And I'm glad I get to live the dream every day,
So do you think that having that legally blind thing makes you listen better?
Oh yes, oh very much so, man. I definitely have an ear for what I like, and and definitely for musicality. Yeah, I definitely believe I'm pretty fussy. People tell me I'm pretty fussy in the studio about tuning and things like that. So yeah, I'd say you're right on there.
So speaking of studio, you said you have a studio. Can you tell us a little about that?
Yes, I actually have Camp Hiland Studio, which is downstairs in my home, which is was started basically to help me create, to be creative. If I wanted to, write a song at 3 o'clock in the morning, I could go downstairs and record it. But I've had a lot of wonderful help with that studio too. Avid, I have a Digi Pro Control downstairs and big 42-inch monitor with some Emotiva speakers, and it's I'm still running Pro Tools 8 HD. I haven't really upgraded, but I haven't needed to. And but I have essentially all of the instruments in the big room that I need to create with, and I have an engineer named Jay Buchanan who comes over and helps me out, man. And it's a blessing to have in my home, that's for sure.
How do you keep evolving as a musician?
Buddy, that's a tough question. I think one of my first answers would be inspiration. We dig for inspiration everywhere from our heroes, like mine was Danny Gatton. He was my biggest hero. And of course, Ricky Skaggs, Vince Gill, Steve Wariner, there's, Jimmy Bryant. There's so many great guitar players, but of course I'm more than just a chicken picker too. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan and B.B. King and Van Halen and Satriani, Steve Vai, John Petrucci, the list goes on. But to be honest with you, the way that I keep evolving is, especially now, as I told you, I just turned 40 this year. I'm getting old, folks. But I really found that diving into new technology was helping me. And TC Electronic has been amazing to jump on board with as far as learning of new effects. And of course, the tonality of all of the pedals that TC makes. I mean, I was a fan of the 2290 back in the day. And I had, some rack gear and stuff, but it seemed like when I moved to Nashville, less was more. You saw guys with a Fender Bassman and a guitar on their back with a, 2 pedals bolted to the back of the Bassman, or it just seemed like you tried to, less was more, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I got rid of all the rack stuff, and I just thought, man, pedals will never really reach the quality of what racks were giving. And nowadays, TC Electronics has proved that that's not the case. Pedals do sound as good. And they're important to your sound. And I found that the minute I tried the Flashback X4, I couldn't live without it. I said, man, that is a pedal. I don't care. People are like, well, it's a big pedal. But I'm like, yes, but it does so much. And it adds so much to your tone that I said, man, they could make it the size of a truck and I'd still say I need to use it. So, and of course the Hall of Fame reverb is the same way for me. It's, you know, it's just amazing that I'm reaching back for quality in tone, not so much just, oh, well, it's another reverb pedal. No, not with TC Electronic. It's the tone. It's a, you know, it's a sweet tone. It's sweet to the ear, and people love to hear it. And I found that I've, you know, through TC Electronic, being a part of my pedal board now, I'm getting better tone than I ever had in my life. And so that is actually helping me re-evolve. I must tell you that.
So what is the plans for now, album and touring wise?
Gosh, man, we've had so much going on, Tobias. We've been really in the, I've been in the instruction world for quite a while. And so this past, you know, in this year, within 2015, we just shot my second TrueFire video, which is on how to be a rhythm guitar player, or how to be a rhythm player as a lead player. So if you're a lead guitar player needing to learn to play rhythm because you haven't done that, then this video will help you. And then also I have a, you know, a video out with Jam Track Central that we just did back in May, I believe. And so we have those two new projects coming out this year. Plus I've got a brand new record coming out. I'm not exactly sure on the release date. I'm still in the process of writing for it, and then hopefully by September, October we'll be in the studio. But I just formed another version of the Johnny Hiland Band, and man, we're out cooking on the road as much as we can. Still in the search for a new booking agent, but folks, we want to come to a town near you, and we want to come to Denmark and visit the TC folks. So we'll be traveling the world as much as we can, and you know, supporting the new record. So I've just, you know, of course I have, you know, a lot of wonderful endorsers that take great care of me. I have, you know, new signature Johnny Hiland V picks and all kinds of great things, man. And so my life is completely blessed, man, and a lot of great new things on the horizon.
Thanks a lot for stopping by, and thanks for your time.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate TC Electronics so much, man. And, you know, God bless y'all for hooking an old country boy like me up, man, and making my tone that much better. I appreciate it so much.